Join us for a day at an agility trial with Blue Merlin Aussie. It's 5 a.m., so my number one priority right now is getting that coffee pot started. Oh, and letting Merlin out to go potty. While the coffee brews, I also make his breakfast. And finally, the elixir of life is ready. Thankfully, last night, I packed everything up that we will need for the day, so I load Merlin up and we hit the road. We have about an hour and a half to drive, so we have to get an early start. Unsurprisingly, at this hour, there's not really any traffic, so we make good time. First things first, we have to have a potty break when we arrive. Once the sun's up, I find a spot to actually practice some weave pole entries. And I also obsess over the map, making sure that I don't forget a single step. This is our excellent jumpers with weaves run. It was a very open, fast, flowy course, which Merlin really enjoys. There were a lot of rear cross opportunities for us, which has been a strong suit of ours lately. Coming around this bend, unfortunately, I just wasn't fast enough coming down this line, and I did not get him into the weave entry that I needed him to be in. He was super excited, so it took a couple of tries to get him in properly. This would have been an awesome run with a really good time, but unfortunately it wasn't in queue because of that missed weave entry. Agility trials require a lot of downtime and a lot of waiting, which is not exactly Merlin's favorite thing. I like to try to play some games with him while we wait between runs, just to keep him loose, keep him engaged with me, and keep him interested in continuing to work with me throughout the day. This particular venue requires us to crate out of the car, which is a little bit different from most venues. It does give me a lot of quiet time to obsess over these maps though, which I don't exactly hate. Here you can see us getting set up for our Master Standard run. This run is going to be a good bit slower than our jumpers with weaves run just because of the nature of the obstacles that are used. Overall, it was a pretty good run. I was very proud of it. Another rear cross opportunity here for us. A good pull over to the dog walk. This course was interesting because it had the dog walk, pause table, and A-frame all back to back. I hold Merlin on contacts a little longer than I really need to just because I am still gaining confidence as a handler. Unfortunately, Merlin did knock a bar coming around this curve, but one of the big takeaways from this course was getting this weave entry. Rear crossing into the weaves is not what I had planned, but we made it work, which is really awesome for us, and Merlin finishes the weaves in style. I saw that he was not slowing down as he was coming up the teeter, and he almost had a fly off, which is a little bit concerning, but we finished strong down the line anyways. I stayed around to watch a couple of my friends run in other classes. And when we got home, we did a couple sets of weave poles with lots of jackpot rewards at the end. I wanted to make sure that Merlin was reminded that he needs to finish all of his weave poles and that it's always going to be a good thing at the end. I made sure to practice from both sides just in case, and I was really proud of how much he was still giving me by the end of the day. Thanks for joining us for a day at an agility trial.